Lost in Space, an adventure with Rocky Starr. The situation has worsened since it was first discovered that 3 youngsters had borrowed a spaceship and gone off on their own. Departure of the Streak is being delayed by an accident. Struck by one of the Streak's blast tubes, Mitch is in hospital in danger of death from radiation sickness. Rocky decides he can't possibly leave in search of the Taurus until he knows what's going to happen to his friend. Upset by worry over his son and the lost Taurus, Wilhelm Kromarts threatens to use his influence to have Rocky grounded permanently.
Well, there he goes to the communication office, Di. In a few minutes, there'll be messages going out to all his influential friends.
Rocky, if they bring enough pressure to bear, you really will be grounded.
Well, I couldn't go off without knowing whether Mitch is going to live or die.
No, I wouldn't expect you to. Perhaps no one will take any notice of him. Who else could go in search of the tourists?
Well, there are other good spacemen, Di.
Yes, but none of them have ever been held in such high regard by the Solar Council as you, Rocky.
Well, maybe someone will after this. Anyway, never mind about me. It's Mitch that I'm worried about.
If Kromarts has realized how worried we are, perhaps he wouldn't be so unreasonable. Oh, poor Mitch.
Di, you're a scientist. Now think. Think carefully over all the latest experiments with gamma rays. Is there any recent development that might counteract radiation?
Rocky, there was a paper recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Poulsen it was. Something about synthetic powder and deep ultraviolet rays.
Was it any good?
Well, he claimed it was, but there hadn't been enough experiments for complete proof.
Oh, never mind about that. Come on, I'm going to find that doctor.
Yes, I read the paper, Rocky. But as Di says, it hasn't been proved. There could be a great danger of killing the patient.
Doctor, I know how cautious you medical people are, but from what Di's told me, it's a treatment that could perhaps succeed. Isn't that true?
Well, there are possibilities.
Well, then please use it on Mitch.
Perhaps they haven't the powder here.
Yes, we have a small amount. It's used for other purposes, but I don't like to take the responsibility of trying something that still isn't proved a cure.
Well, then I'll take the responsibility on Mitch's behalf, Doctor. I'm sure he'd be glad to try the treatment, wouldn't he, Di?
He certainly would. He'd say, giggling grasshoppers, get on with it, Doc, and give a man a chance. Oh, Doctor, please try.
Well, I don't know. He's so near to death. I don't suppose the risk will be very much greater. All right. Come with me. We'll see what can be done. Powder has been dissolved in water. I have to inject it in his arms. Syringe, nurse. Thank you.
Oh, Rocky, he's so still. It's almost as if he's dead already.
Oh, this has just got to work.
There, that's done. Take the instruments away, will you, nurse? Go on. Now, Rocky, help me wheel the ray machine a little closer to the bed.
It's very kind of you to let us see this done, Doctor.
It's not usual. I know how much you 3 mean to each other. Right, thank you. Bo, just the rear of the bed, will you? Yeah, that should be right. Now. Now, the theory is the dissolved powder circulates right through his body. The ray reacts on it and counteracts the effects of his exposure to radiation.
I see.
But you see, if the reaction's too strong, it'll kill him. We'd better watch him carefully.
He still looks as if he's dead.
No sign at all.
I think he moved.
I didn't notice anything.
But how long does it take? It's terrible waiting.
I just don't know.
There, Doctor, there, he moved.
No doubt this time he's moving violently.
Rocky, boy. Midget tail fins. All twisted into
The
buckets.
doctor is thrashing around violently.
There'll be strong reaction. Help hold him down.
All right, Doctor.
All right, Gorga.
Hold
I
him
can
down
swim
now.
better than... It's burning! It's burning! Ah!
Easy, Mitch, easy. Easy, boy. Doctor?
I don't know, Rocky. I just don't know.
Boiling water. Already. Boiling.
Oh, Rocky, I can't stand it.
Boiling.
Breeze. Nice, cool breeze. That's lovely. It's calming down now.
Mitch. Mitch, old pal, you all right?
Floating on the wind. So easy. Getting down to work. Work.
His eyes are open.
You're not focused yet.
Mitch. Mitch, don't.
Hi, Rocky boy. What's wrong?
Rocky, he knows you.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
me,
Mitch.
Chicken.
Mitch.
What's a gizmo you got there buzzing at me?
Doctor, he's all right.
Yes, it seems the experiment's a success. We can turn the ray off now. Say, what goes on? What's all the fuss about, anyway?
Well, you've had bad radiation exposure, Mitch. It's been a close call.
Oh, yeah, I remember the blast tube. I feel fine, wonderful. Say, this isn't heaven or something, is it? I'm not dead. No, my friend, I'm very relieved to say that you're very much alive. In fact, judging by your reactions, it appears you're almost completely back to normal.
Oh, that's certainly a relief to me.
To you? And what do you think I'm feeling? Relief? Now let me out of bed. No, not yet, Mitch. An hour or two's rest, and then I'll give you a check just to make sure. Doc, don't give me this bed routine. I feel fine.
Doctor's orders, Mitch.
Yeah, but
Now,
I gotta...
never mind trying to get up, Mitch. You stay just where you are.
Yeah, maybe I will up there. The old noggin's swimming like a bowl of fish. All right, I'll take a rest. Don't worry. Your friends can see you in a couple of hours. You promise?
Mm-hmm. Promise.
Come on, Rocky. Di, we'll leave him for a while.
Yes. Well, see you later, Mitch.
All right, but don't you forget.
Well, the experiment was a success. Quite a relief for me, I can tell you.
Thank you for trying it, Doctor. We can't say how much it means to us.
That's all right. Well, better get on with my work. See you two later.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thanks, Doctor. Bye-bye. Oh, Di, that treatment was terrific. Almost miraculous. Thank goodness you thought of it.
Thank goodness it worked. But what now, Rocky?
Well, I think I'll try and find Chromats and put things right there. I have a feeling he'll forget about his threats when I tell him that we'll probably be right for blast-off in an hour or two.
But every hour is taking the Taurus further and further from Earth. In her control cabin, Ilma, Paul, and Ivan stand by the instrument panel, and once again try to decide whether they're doing the right thing.
I tell you, we'd be fools to alter course again. It isn't like sea navigation where you're bound to strike land sooner or later.
But what good can it do us, Paul, traveling further and further away, all the time we are leaving help behind us?
I feel that way too, Paul.
What good can you hope to gain from changing course again?
Well, perhaps we may come to a planet nearer Earth.
It's not so easy, Elmer. Think back of what you learned of the universe when you were studying astronomy. It's mostly huge stretches of empty space. The planets are like grains of sand, single grains, miles apart. How can we rely on blindly hitting a planet under those conditions?
I don't think we should try and get somewhere blindly. But if we turn back towards Earth, we'll have a much better chance of being found.
You talk about turning back towards Earth as if it was easy. How do you propose to do it?
We just have to turn round, wouldn't we?
Of course, then pick up Earth and set out a course for it.
How are you going to pick out Earth? Do you know what it looks like from this part of the universe?
I am not a fool, Paul. Of course I know what Earth looks like.
If you believe it's that easy, then all I can say is you are a fool.
Don't you talk to me like that.
I'm trying to get some sense into your thick head.
Don't you talk to me like that.
Ivan, you knocked him right across the control cabin.
Paul, I'm sorry. I did not mean. I forgot there was no gravity. Forgive me, I'm sorry.
Okay, but don't do it again. Oh, I sure hit this bulkhead with a thud.
We simply must not quarrel like this. We're in a bad enough spot as it is without quarreling.
You are right, Ilma. Paul, why do you say I could not find Earth if we turn around?
Come to the observation dome and I'll show you. Now, that's where we've come from. You just tell me which one of all those stars is the Earth.
Well, let me see. Well, it would be... I see what you mean, Paul.
You can't tell which one?
Have a look for yourself.
You see, Yvonne, it's pretty easy on Earth to pick out which is Mars and Venus and so on, because the sky always looks the same, and we know where we are. We've never looked at things from this angle before.
Yes, you are right. If we turn back, we will be more hopelessly lost than ever. Paul is right, Ilma.
Then we just have to go on and on till we get to Saturn. But what then?
At least they know on Earth that we're heading this way. It's our best chance of being picked up.
There's the radar alarm again.
Oh, no. What is it this time, I wonder?
Paul, Yvonne, I can see it. Look over there. It's a spaceship, a spaceship.
Where, Elmer?
A ship then we're found.
Where is it? Elmer, where? Oh, I see it. Look, Yvonne, there.
Yes, I see it. But Paul, we're overtaking her. I wonder what ship she is. Can you see the name?
There is something on the side. Hand me the glass.
Here.
Now, P-E-G... Pegasus.
What? Pegasus, are you sure?
Oh, yes, that's what it says. Why?
The Pegasus went out nearly 100 years ago and has never been heard of since. That's a derelict out there. A ghost spaceship.
The three stand gazing at the meteor-battered hulk of the long-lost spaceship. And as they look, each wonders whether in another 100 years, their craft too will be floating endlessly through space. Can the streak possibly overtake and find them? And what strange adventures lie ahead before it does so? There's a tremendous store of peril and action ahead, so don't miss the next thrilling episode of this Rocky Starr adventure, Lost in Space.